Good morning and welcome to St Mary's Church in Benhall in Suffolk. Today we're here to visit the final resting place of an actor. Now, he did have one really big role. I don't know how many people would have actually heard of him. He was known for a series of films which I absolutely loved back in the 80s. But his one big role was in Ivanhoe, alongside Elizabeth Taylor. And the person we are here to visit today is the actor Guy Rolfe. As I say, Guy Rolfe, he didn't really have that many massive roles, but that was mainly due to the fact that he became ill after he'd been given the role of another film. And obviously his part had been handed to a different actor, and because he spent so long away with his illness, it did affect his career. Anyway, it's a lovely old church. Let's have a look around, let's turn around. It's a lovely oldie-worldy village church. It's a beautiful morning, springtime, or I think it's actually British summertime now. Just birds and whatever, that's all you can hear. But anyway, I'll show you around this rather overgrown churchyard, and then we'll go and find the final resting place of Guy Rolfe.
Edwin Arthur Rolfe was born in Kilburn, London. Before turning to acting at the age of 24, he was a professional boxer and racing driver, making his stage debut in Ireland in 1935. Repertory theatre led to his screen debut in 1937 with an uncredited appearance in Night Without Armour. After the Second World War, he reappeared in a number of bit parts throughout 1947 in films like Hungry Hill and Odd Man Out, which in turn led to larger roles in movies such as Uncle Silas 1947, Easy Money 1948, and in particular Ken Anakin's Broken Journey 1948, where he played the pilot of an aeroplane that crashes in the Alps. He then graduated to leading man status in Terence Fisher's Portrait from Life 1948, as a British Army officer who helps an Austrian professor track down his missing daughter. 1949 saw perhaps his best role, that of safecracker turned spy Philippe Leblanc in Robert Hamer's The Spider and the Fly. He was cast as a British Army major dying of tuberculosis for the film Trio 1950, but actually contracted the disease and had to be replaced by Michael Rennie. He recovered his health in less than a year, but his time away from the screen hurt his career, and he starred in less prestigious B-movies such as Home to Danger 1951 and Operation Diplomat 1953, as well as the Hammer films Yesterday's Enemy and The Stranglers of Bombay, both 1959. This period also saw him play a number of Hollywood roles such as Prince John in Ivanhoe 1952 alongside Robert Taylor and Elizabeth Taylor, Ned Seymour in Young Bess 1953, Caiaphas in King of Kings 1961, and Prince Grigory in Taras Bulba 1962. One of his most famous parts was a title role in William Castle's cult horror film Mr. Sardonicus in 1961, which several decades later led director Stuart Gordon to cast him in his horror film Dolls 1987. The 1990s saw him continue in a similar vein when he took over the role of toy maker Andre Toulon in the slasher film franchise Puppet Master. First appearing in the third installment, he made brief appearances in most Puppet Master movies since then. His television credits include Thriller, Armchair Theatre, The Saint, The Avengers, The Champions, Department S, The Troubleshooters, Space 1999, Secret Army, The Widow of Bath and Kessler. He was married to the Scottish actress Jane Eyre until her death in 1993, and then to Margaret Allworthy until his death from natural causes in 2003 in Ipswich, Suffolk. He is buried in the churchyard of St Mary's, Benhall, Suffolk, which is where we are today.
Well, that is all the information on Guy Rolfe. Now, I used to love the Puppet Master films. The fella used to create little puppets and they would get a life of their own and they would go out and kill his enemies, the toy maker. And the toy maker was obviously played by Guy Rolfe. Ivanhoe was a classic, very long film, if I remember rightly. Now, I haven't actually looked around in here, but I didn't think I'd really need to, because it's such a small little extension to the cemetery or the churchyard. And now I'm actually already looking at his headstone. I just glanced over and there it is, and it's absolutely amazing headstone. Well, it's a normal headstone, but it's really clear. So what I shall do is I shall spin you around and we'll go and have a look at it together. Well, you can't really miss this one. It stood out so clear. Beautiful, quiet place though, out here. It's in the middle of nowhere. And here it is, right in front of us. Guy Rolfe, actor, 1911 to 2003. Margaret Louise Rolfe, née Allworthy, 1928 to 2019. Well, that is the final resting place of Guy Rolfe. Well, there you have it. That was the final resting place of Guy Rolfe. So it is a lovely quiet place, except for the birds, which nobody minds hearing. Beautiful, beautiful place. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. It does help the channel. And if you haven't already and you like the content, then maybe consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to ding that bell to be notified of all upcoming videos. Well, that is it. That's me, Darren, from Benhall in Suffolk. I will see you on the next one. So bye-bye for now.